Hey everybody, it's Kristina Wolf here and welcome to Energy Mastery, Creating Systems that Support Your Best Life. Today we have with us Emily Swanda. Emily, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yes, I'd be happy to. My name is Emily and I am the founder of Improved Life, where I am like a productivity and success coach for busy women who want to design their ideal life that leads them to the feelings and success that they desire. So that can be quite the balancing act as women who we have all these different roles that we play and that they're all important to us. So just keeping them all balanced or harmonious, I like to say, is just a real struggle. And I really encourage my clients to walk through the steps with me as we build their blueprint for their ideal life.
That sounds like something we almost all need.
I think so. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help for it either, because it can be quite complicated.
Yes, definitely. What are some of the main, like, do you see a theme, like the 3 or so things that people come to you the most about?
I do. They feel dissatisfied and unfulfilled in their life, but they don't really know why. They don't exactly know what is missing or what they're dissatisfied about. They just don't feel like they've got it, whatever it is. So we really work on figuring out what they want, and that can be, internal process. We have to really spend some time working it out, thinking through it, talking about it. But once we figure out what it is that they truly want, then we can decide on how to form a plan, an action plan. Because it's great to have this plan, but if you're not taking action steps, then it's not going to do any good. So we form the plan and then we break it down into step-by-step tasks and goals that over time, because this doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately, but over time, as they work through these steps, then the life that they've always dreamed of can become a reality.
Yeah. One of the things my mentor always says is like, people don't need more information. They need transformation. So they already know everything they need to do. It's just having somebody there to kind of help them implement it.
Yep. And somebody to give them a little bit of clarity, confidence, support.
And follow through with them over the time.
The accountability. Yep. The accountability.
And how long do you typically meet with your clients for to do this?
My other program is 3 months, 12 weeks long, one-on-one. I am launching a new one now that's 4 weeks. And my clients notice a significant difference in just 4 weeks. So it's just really awesome to see that growth and that the mindset shifts that occur in a month. So it's really encouraging.
Yeah, that sounds great. Can you give me like a sample plan? Like say I come to you with, I'm struggling with time management, I guess. That's
a big one.
Broad, right?
Yeah, right, but it is a big one.
Yeah. What kind of things would you give for me to do? What sort of assignments would I get?
Okay, well, the first thing is just becoming aware of where you're spending your time. And there are a lot of things that we don't really think that we're spending a lot of time on, or it's actually a time suck. So we do like a few days of time tracking. And I encourage my clients to like set an alarm on their phone for like every 2 hours and then to write down, okay, what did I just do in those 2 hours? Where did my time go? And it's just often a really big eye opener about what is taking their time but not giving them any value or enough value.
What are some things that you see that takes away from, like, what are common time wasters?
Social media.
Yes, scrolling through Facebook, right?
Yes. Social media, or just finding like non-important tasks around the house. A lot of my clients work from home, and sometimes it's easier to end up cleaning the bathrooms than it is to really sit down, nose to the grindstone, figuring out what they're going to write about or what the content is that they're going to talk about next. So, yes.
Yeah, you get distracted with, well, how can I get to work if there's dishes in the sink? You know, it's like, or, for me, it's you sit down at your desk and have this wonderful to-do list, but suddenly you're filtering through all your emails. And it's like 2 hours later, you're like, I didn't get anything done on my list. So
I know.
How do you, I call it squirrel brain, how do you get away from that squirrel brain and get back to that focus?
It's setting your intentions and having something hold you accountable. And if you aren't good about being accountable to yourself, which a lot of us aren't, then you find an outside source, whether it's like an actual accountability partner, a friend or somebody who you say, this is what I'm going to do today.
Sorry.
And then at the end of the day, you want them to say, did you do it? And you'll be like, yes, I did it. So.
And could it be as like minute a time frame as like, oh, every 15 minutes? Like, I want to make sure I stay focused enough here that, or is it like you say every 2 hours or once a day?
I do 2 hours maximum for like focused work. I recommend like 50 minutes and then taking a 10-minute break where you literally get up from your desk and leave your office or wherever you are, come back and say, okay, now in the next 50 minutes, this is what I'm going to focus on. And then 10-minute break. And maybe that 10-minute break is your social media reward or whatever, to get you through those 50 minutes of solid, non-interrupted time.
Yeah, because isn't it amazing how much you can really accomplish in that 15, 20-minute time when you're really, truly focused?
Oh, yes. It is incredible. Yes.
Yeah. And I was talking about this the other day on one of my videos where you can either give one thing 100% of your attention or 5 things 20%. And,
right.
You want to make sure that one thing you're giving 100% of your attention to is one of the things that causes you the most productivity, I guess.
Exactly. You want the result to be worth the time trade, because your time is something you're never going to get back, and you want to spend it well, just like you want to spend your money well. So it's really the same type of mindset.
Okay, so how would I plan a day? Like if I'm going to be, I got clear, I want to make sure I'm being more productive with my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm planning my day. You say plan it only, 20 minutes at a time, and then a 10-minute break. And then let's say I have you as my accountability partner.
Right.
What would that look like? I'm going to email you or Facebook you or something like that?
Yeah, however how it works for you to communicate. I do have a business accountability partner, and we email every week. So we set our intentions for the whole week. And then we report back every Monday as to what we did get done or didn't get done. Uh-huh. For my workout accountability, every morning I text my sister what workout I did and how it went. So, I mean, whatever area of life that you're wanting accountability in, and how to communicate that the best and convenient, because you don't want to add anything complicated to your busy day already. Yeah. So whatever is best for the two people.
So it's pretty simple. You just sort of keep the same process and apply it in all other areas.
All areas, yes.
So what if you get a client who is just really having a hard time with the discipline end of it? Mm-hmm. How do you help them break through that?
We break down every day the 3 main things that they really need to get done that day. And if they get those 3 things done before noon, then they can have the whole rest of the day off. Like basically saying, all you need to do are these 3 things. So you don't need to overwhelm yourself with 20 things on your to-do list. Just think about 3 things, feel good about those 3 things. And then if you want to tackle more things from like tomorrow's to-do list, then you can go ahead and work on that. But just not getting overwhelmed and having that mind block, like, I can't do anything. I have to take a break here. This is too much. We don't want that to happen. So anything to eliminate the overwhelm, I highly encourage, which is why the working in smaller time chunks is really helpful, because all you're thinking is, all I need to do is work for this many minutes and I get a break. And oftentimes, if you get on a roll, you don't want that break. You're just like, I'm just going to finish this and then be done. So it's just kind of like tricking your brain to focus and work hard.
It's the same idea of like, well, just get on the treadmill for 10 minutes and then suddenly you've done a 30-minute workout. Yeah,
that's right.
So you said 4 weeks is the time frame you think that it really starts to become a habit.
Right.
Do you have people call you back and say, well, can I see you again? It fell apart.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, that totally. I don't ever want to have the person feel like I've abandoned them after our time has run out, because to be left alone all of a sudden can be quite overwhelming and scary alone, in its own self. So I always want to encourage continued support. And yes, if it takes somebody a little bit longer because we're not all the same, I'm totally there for them for however long that they need me.
So what if I come and see you and I'm your client for 4 weeks, and then my time management issue's been resolved? I'm going to come come back to you and say, well, now I've noticed that I can't work out as well. You know, I'm having trouble now fitting in this, or can they come back again for another 4 weeks, or sort of do a follow-up session with them?
They could sign up for another 4 weeks, or we could just do one-on-one sessions.
Nice. Okay.
Because everybody has kind of their different needs and stuff, so I'm pretty flexible with that. All right.
Now, as far as you say lack of planning, what tools do you give people to plan? Is it paper? They write it down on a calendar? Do they write it in maybe their phone, or do they have to have some sort of daily calendar, weekly calendar? What do you think works best?
Well, everyone is so different. Whether you want to do like an online app on your phone, or something on your computer, or just like a paper planner, or even just a notebook, whatever works for you. But yes, I strongly recommend it to be all written down on paper. The less things that you can have floating around in your mind, the better, because we just get so stressed out trying to remember this and that and everything, that we just ended up weighing ourselves down because we know that there's a chance of forgetting that. Or not getting something done. So if you can just get everything on paper, you'll feel that sense of confidence that, okay, I can do that. I'm not going to forget.
Brain power to worry about creative things.
Yeah, you don't want to waste your minimum brain energy on those kinds of things when you need that for the creativity.
Mm-hmm. And so tell me a little bit more about getting clear on what we want. Because for some people, they're maybe in a tailspin. They don't even know what it is that they need to work on.
Yes.
What sort of exercises would you work on to help them get to that point of clarity?
Right. And this is a huge one, because you can't develop a good plan if you don't really know where you're wanting to go. So you need to kind of think about, and I ask my clients to write out what are their main priorities in life. And there can be several of them. And then what we do is we narrow down the key priority that they want basically their whole life to revolve around. Like their life means this. This is the main focus of their life. So then any goals that they want to achieve or whatever will stem off of that key priority. So any goal that they set, we measure it through almost like a filter that goes to that key priority. And it's like, does this really fit? Is this going to bring me the happiness that I want? Because if your goals are not in line with your priorities and your values, then you could work so hard on this goal, achieve this goal, and feel blah. You know, you feel like, okay, why don't I feel happy like I thought I would? Well, it's because it wasn't in alignment with what you truly want. And sometimes you need to kind of figure out, like, what do you want versus what maybe people in your life are thinking that you want, or what they're expecting of you. So there's a lot of mindset work that goes in with figuring that out.
So you do a lot of work, especially with moms and people with a very full household. How do you help them balance home life with their career? Because you work from your home office, right? So a lot of times maybe your family doesn't quite understand, this isn't a hobby, this is my job.
Oh yeah.
How do you work around that?
You really have to set the boundaries, and you can't expect everyone to understand unless you tell them. So they can't read your mind. So you need to tell them, this is what I'm working on. I need this amount of time to work on it uninterrupted. You ask your spouse or somebody else in your life to help out, because you're only human. You can't do it all. So there's a delegating involved, which I know for women is quite hard in and of itself, to ask for help and to let go of some control, but it is a major thing that you need to do. So I really encourage my clients to ask for help, to set clear boundaries that are well understood by everyone involved, and not feel guilty about needing this time and space to work on what you want to provide to the world, because it's very important to you. It's very important to your clients. And you just need to be confident in the fact that this is okay.
Yeah, definitely. It's the idea that you should be taking a leadership role in your life. And so, and what if partner or whomever is like, well, like, you're not spending time with me. How would you adjust, tell them how to adjust that?
Well, since our relationships in life are like the most important thing in our lives, usually, the people we spend our time with, they're very important to us. And they also need to feel that they're still important, even though you're working on something maybe new or important. They just don't want to feel left behind. So if there's any type of encouragement you can give them, or maybe plan something spontaneous to just say, hey, you know what, I'm sorry I've been working so much, but this is why, I hope you understand. Now let's go do this. Or once I'm done with this launch and I'm going to be super busy for a long time, show that they are still crucial to your life, that they're valuable to you, just to reassure them is huge.
Yeah, because most entrepreneurs, they do go through like these 90-day like kind of pushes. Once that's over, while you're in the middle of it, it seems kind of like you're in mad scientist mode, and up till 2 a.m. and everyone, you're living in your pajamas or something. But I have had struggles where family members are like, especially my little boy, like, Mom, you don't want to be with me, like, yes I do, at least, so there is that like kind of that guilt. And I love how you say where don't feel guilty, because as much as your family is needing you, you need you too. If you're not doing what you set out to do, how do you have anything to give to anyone else, really?
Right.
Yeah.
And the world needs your value that you're working on. So you're doing everyone a disservice if you're not fulfilling your own ambitions and purpose in life. And then if you can kind of let your kids, I know it's difficult with children who are younger and they don't really understand the big scheme of things, but if you just encourage them to, after this really busy time when mom's busy, we're going to do this, or we'll have this something exciting to look forward to. So just wait, it's coming. So just to kind of bring them in on that process and conversation, it does help.
Anything else that you want to add to simplifying your life or creating a system? Is there something that most people don't think of that's wreaking havoc with their life and they're unaware of it?
Habits are huge. Like if you can really become aware of your habits, some of them you might not even know that you have, but once you become aware of your habits and some of the negative ones that you maybe want to change, if you can put a lot of things on autopilot, a lot of your actions and behaviors on autopilot, you will be amazed at all the extra time you have, because you're not going down these rabbit holes of wasted time oftentimes. And then you just have all that extra energy to do what you want to do, like creativity wise. And you're not spending 20 minutes thinking, okay, should I work out now, or should I do this now, or whatever. You just know, you just boom, 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 boom throughout your whole day. It's kind of this daily cycle that you just go through almost robotically, but obviously you still have all your emotions and your feelings and you're enjoying yourself.
It's just that. Yeah. So what are some of the basic areas that you think need to be automated, I guess, for lack of a better term?
Yep. I would definitely say like your morning routine, which often in time includes like your breakfast or your workout or journaling, things like that, meditating, evening routines. So like basically your bookends of the day, how you start the day and finish the day. If you can just work on focusing on those two things at the beginning and getting those sections of your day on autopilot, you'll want to do that throughout the rest of your day. So
and you have to be very disciplined about keeping those routines, right?
That's right. And that discipline is a common theme throughout a lot of the work that I do with my clients. And I tell them discipline is a muscle, really. You have to work it out, because you're not just going to wake up one day and you're totally ripped and got this six pack and it's all great. You have to work at it every single day, little by little, even when you don't want to. But you will become, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but you'll end up developing the results that you want that make it all worth it.
It's like the analogy of riding a bike. When you first start riding it, it's like hard and you're going to fall off and you need someone to help you and you need training, etc. But eventually you learn how to balance yourself. And
then you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, that's great. Definitely. Well, I know we've been talking for a while here, and if a listener wants to get a hold of you, how else can they get a hold of you?
They could visit my website at improvedlife.com, or there'll be a link in the show notes, I believe, to set up a free call with me, which I would love to connect with more women. Those are the two best ways. On my website, there's a contact me form, so you can put in your information and it'll send me an email, and then we can meet up that way. I'm also on Facebook. I have a closed Facebook group called Empire of Moms. So I would love to see more women join that group. It's just a wonderful community of women who are helping each other, supporting each other, design our ideal, meaningful lives.
You could find an accountability partner.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, well, thank you so much. You gave us so many really practical things that we could do to apply to our daily lives. That's awesome. Well, I look forward to talking with you again soon.
Well, thank you, Kristina. This has been fun.
Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.